Two surprisingly sweet fruits that help fight diabetes. Doctors can't believe it. Have you ever been afraid of a fruit? Not because of allergies, but because of what someone once told you. Don't eat sweet fruits if you're diabetic. That sentence alone has kept millions of seniors from enjoying something their body might actually need. But here's the truth, not all sweetness is the same. And today, I'm going to show you two fruits, yes, sweet ones that may help stabilize your blood sugar rather than hurt it, even if you've avoided them for years. This isn't just about food, it's about freedom, about getting back a part of life that diet myths may have stolen from you. So if you're tired of being confused by every headline and just want clarity, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. This channel is a calm voice in the noise, a place where healing is slow, simple, and real. And I promise by the end of this video, you won't just learn about fruits. You'll rediscover how small, sweet changes can bring back energy, comfort, and control. The truth about fruit and sugar, what seniors were never told. We've all heard it before. If you have diabetes, stay away from sweet fruits. It's been repeated in doctors' offices, in magazines, even on TV. But is that advice still valid? Or are we blindly following outdated rules that are no longer backed by science? Let's take a closer look. First, not all sugar is created equal. The sugar in a candy bar is not the same as the sugar in a ripe piece of melon or plum. Candy is pure refined sugar, stripped of fiber, water, or nutrients. It hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. But fruits, they're nature's original slow-release package. A study published in the British Medical Journal followed over 66,000 women and 42,000 men for more than 2 decades. The surprising finding, people who ate more whole fruits, especially blueberries, grapes, and yes, even sweet fruits like plums, had a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Meanwhile, those who drank fruit juice instead had a higher risk. Why? The fiber was gone. That's the key. Fiber, water, and natural plant compounds help slow down sugar absorption. They don't spike your glucose like soda or cake. Instead, they fuel your body gently and even nourish your gut, which is crucial for blood sugar control. Still unsure? Let's talk about melons. You may think they're loaded with sugar, but in truth, cantaloupe and honeydew have a glycemic load of just 4 to 5 per serving. That's lower than oatmeal plus. They're 90% water, making them ideal for seniors who often struggle with mild dehydration. But here's the sad part. Many older adults hear sweet and immediately say no. Out of fear, they cut out fruits completely. And what happens next? Constipation becomes more common. Fatigue worsens. Magnesium and potassium levels drop. Mood and memory decline. In reality, avoiding all fruits doesn't prevent diabetes. It may actually make your condition harder to manage. The body needs nutrients to function. Fruits like melon and plum provide hydration, gentle fiber, and antioxidants, 3 things aging bodies desperately need. So, as we leave behind the fear of sugar, we move towards something far more healing: wisdom. Coming up next, we'll explore the first surprising fruit that most seniors avoid, but might just become your new best friend in managing blood sugar, digestion, and even joint pain. Let's start with melon, a summer fruit with a secret. Melon, the fruit that loves your joints, digestion, and blood sugar. Let's start with a fruit many seniors see as a guilty pleasure: melon. Soft, juicy, sweet, too sweet. You might think, especially if you've been told to fear sugar. But let's look deeper. Melon is one of the most misunderstood fruits when it comes to diabetes and aging health. Despite its sweetness, melon, especially cantaloupe and honeydew, has a low glycemic load (GL). A typical cup of cubed cantaloupe has a GL of just 4, according to the Harvard Medical School Glycemic Index database. That's lower than a slice of whole grain bread. And the benefits go far beyond blood sugar. Let's talk about hydration. Seniors are at greater risk of chronic mild dehydration, often without realizing it. That dry mouth, stiff joints, or feeling heavy and sluggish. It may not be your age, it may be your water intake. And since melon is over 90% water, it gently replenishes what the body quietly loses throughout the day. Now combine that with electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, both found naturally in melon, and you get even more improved muscle function, steadier blood pressure, and reduced cramping, especially at night. Melon also contains beta-carotene in orange flesh types like cantaloupe, which supports eye health and may reduce oxidative stress, a common cause of inflammation. But perhaps most surprising, melon supports digestion in a very senior-friendly way. Its fiber is soft and soluble, not rough like bran or raw vegetables, making it ideal for aging digestive systems. It adds bulk gently, relieving constipation without discomfort. In fact, a 2018 study in the journal Nutrients found that soluble fiber not only aids digestion, but also helps stabilize blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity over time. Let's tie this back to what we discussed in part 1. Not all sugars act the same. Melon is sweet, but it's a gentle kind of sweet. It arrives with water, fiber, and nutrients that slow the sugar's impact. Now imagine this: instead of reaching for toast in the morning, you start your day with a small bowl of chilled melon cubes sprinkled with a touch of cinnamon. You get hydration, digestion support, and blood sugar control all before 9 a.m. And what about joint pain? Many seniors who eat melon daily report less stiffness in their knees and fingers, especially when pairing it with light stretching or a short walk. That's because hydration and anti-inflammatory nutrients go hand in hand. So, if you're wondering how to start healing without radical diets or pricey pills, melon is one of the easiest steps you can take. It's inexpensive, available in every supermarket, and it feels like a treat. Before we move on, here's a gentle challenge. Try adding 1-2 cup of melon to your breakfast for 5 days. Keep a small notebook. Write down how your digestion, energy, and mood feel. What you notice might surprise you. And speaking of surprises, up next we'll explore a second fruit, one that's even smaller, often overlooked, but packed with healing power. It's been shown to help with inflammation, digestion, and even emotional well-being. Let's talk about the quiet strength of plums. Plum, the small fruit with big anti-inflammatory power. Now that we've uncovered the gentle strength of melon, let's turn to a quieter, often overlooked fruit, the plum. At first glance, plums seem unremarkable. They're small, soft, and often passed over in favor of brighter fruits. But what if I told you that this modest little fruit carries one of the most powerful combinations of fiber, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds available to seniors? Plums contain a group of polyphenols called anthocyanins, the same plant pigments that give blueberries their brain-boosting reputation. According to a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, anthocyanins have been shown to lower blood sugar, reduce oxidative stress, and support heart health. And just like melon, plums offer their sweetness with a side of balance. Each plum contains about 7 grams of natural sugar, but it's packed together with 2 grams of fiber, potassium, and sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that has a mild laxative effect and promotes gentle digestion. That's especially helpful for seniors who struggle with constipation but can't tolerate harsh fiber sources. A 2020 review in Nutrients found that plums and prunes, dried plums, helped reduce inflammatory markers in adults and improved gut flora diversity. That's right, this tiny fruit can have a powerful impact not only on your digestion, but your immune response too. Let's connect the dots. In part 1, we learned that demonizing all sugar is both misleading and harmful. In part 2, we saw that melons, though sweet, can hydrate and support digestion in ways few other foods can. Now, with plums, we add another layer: inflammation control, one of the most critical needs for aging bodies. Inflammation is at the root of many chronic illnesses: arthritis, heart disease, even cognitive decline. And yet, something as simple as a plum a day could be part of the answer. But wait, many seniors worry that fruit will cause blood sugar spikes. Here's where timing and pairing come into play. Try this slice of fresh plum and eat it with a small serving of cottage cheese or a handful of walnuts. The protein and healthy fats help slow sugar absorption, stabilize energy, and leave you feeling satisfied longer. It's a smarter snack, not just a sweeter one. And plums aren't just for digestion or sugar, they may even help your bones. A groundbreaking 2016 study from Florida State University found that postmenopausal women who ate 5 to 6 prunes per day, about 2 to 3 plums, had significantly higher bone density than those who didn't. That's because plums contain vitamin K, boron, and other micronutrients that help slow bone loss. So, next time you see a plum at the store, don't overlook it. Think of it as a small fruit with big consequences for your gut, your joints, and even your heart. And if you're someone who struggles with nighttime stiffness, joint swelling, or morning sluggishness, this may be one of the most comforting fruits to welcome into your life. As we move into the next section, we'll take what we've learned so far, hydration, fiber, anti-inflammatory power, and apply it to real-life daily routines. Because knowing what's good for you is only half the journey. The real transformation comes from how you bring it into your day. Let's explore how to build simple, nourishing habits around these healing fruits, starting with your very first meal. Morning rituals. How to eat fruits to fight diabetes. Naturally. So far, you've learned that sweet fruits like melon and plum can support blood sugar, digestion, and inflammation, not sabotage them. But here's the missing piece: when and how you eat these fruits matters just as much as what you eat. Let's talk about mornings, a sacred time for healing, especially for seniors. Most people over 60 report that their mornings set the tone for the rest of the day. Blood sugar tends to rise naturally in the early hours, a phenomenon called the dawn effect. According to the American Diabetes Association, this can cause fasting glucose levels to spike between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., even if you didn't eat anything yet. So how do we counter this? Not with heavy, sugary breakfasts, and not by skipping meals either. The answer: pairing slow-digesting fruits with protein, healthy fats, and hydration right at the start of your day. Here's a simple idea: half a bowl of chilled cantaloupe, a spoonful of unsweetened Greek yogurt, a sprinkle of cinnamon, which has blood sugar balancing effects. According to a study in diabetes care, a few crushed walnuts on top. This combination checks every box: hydration, fiber, protein, and healthy fat, blood sugar balance, anti-inflammatory and antioxidant support. Even more importantly, it's easy on the stomach, something many older adults struggle with in the morning. In fact, studies show that starting your day with a high-fiber, low-glycemic meal can reduce blood sugar spikes for the next 24 hours. It's called the second meal effect, and it's real. Now, let's link this back to what we've discussed. In Section 1, we debunked the myth that all sugar is bad. In Section 2, Melon showed us how nature balances sweetness with water and fiber. In Section 3, Plum added the anti-inflammatory and gut-healing benefits. And now in Section 4, we're turning knowledge into action, how to eat these fruits in a way that truly supports your body. But there's one more layer: consistency. One healthy breakfast won't fix everything, but doing it gently, daily, without stress, can. And here's a powerful tip: write it down. Create a 5-day fruit journal. Each morning, after you eat your melon or plum combo, jot down how you feel 2 hours later. How is your energy? Any joint stiffness? Any digestive discomfort? Did you avoid craving sugar mid-morning? Tracking creates awareness. Awareness builds momentum, and momentum leads to real, lasting change. Finally, this isn't about perfection. Some mornings you'll have oatmeal, others, maybe just tea, but the more often you return to fruit plus protein, plus hydration in the morning, the more your body begins to trust you again. And when your body trusts you, it relaxes, it heals, it lets go of inflammation, fatigue, and confusion. So now that we've anchored your day with healing, let's talk about something just as important: your nights. Many seniors struggle with sleep, night cramps, or waking up groggy. What if your evening snack, just like your morning ritual, could soothe your body, calm your blood sugar, and prepare you for deeper, more restful sleep. Let's step into the world of fruit-based nighttime healing. Nighttime healing, the best fruits to help you sleep and wake up energized. After a long day, when your body feels heavy and your joints whisper fatigue, what you eat before bed can quietly shape how you sleep and how you wake up. Many seniors struggle with insomnia, nighttime blood sugar spikes, or early morning fatigue. But what if the solution isn't another sleeping pill or supplement, but a soft, sweet fruit? Let's return to plums and melons, but this time with a nighttime lens. Both are rich in magnesium and potassium minerals, known to support deep muscle relaxation. A 2017 review in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences showed that magnesium supplementation improves sleep quality, especially in older adults. Plums also contain vitamin B6, which helps the body produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle, and melon, with its high water content, can prevent nocturnal dehydration, which is a hidden reason many people wake up restless or with cramps. Let's bring this into real life. Instead of reaching for cookies or a heavy snack before bed, try this: a few slices of ripe plum, a cup of cooled melon cubes, a small sprinkle of cinnamon or chopped mint for flavor, and if needed, a spoon of Greek yogurt for protein. This gentle combination does several things: balances blood sugar, promotes hydration, supports melatonin production, relaxes muscles, avoids the sugar crash cycle that keeps you up at night. Even better, it's light on digestion, crucial for seniors whose gastrointestinal systems slow down at night. Let's link this to what we've already covered. Section 1 taught us not all sugar is harmful. Section 2 showed melon hydrates and soothed the gut. Section 3 revealed the anti-inflammatory magic of plums. Section 4 explained how mornings shape your metabolism. Now in Section 5, we close the healing loop by supporting the body's natural repair during sleep. Here's a tip: keep your evening fruit in clear containers at eye level in the fridge. When it's visible, you're more likely to choose it. You can even prepare a 3-day batch in advance so healing becomes convenient. Also, consider making frozen melon cubes or plum slices with cinnamon as a refreshing, no-sugar dessert. Many seniors say these soothing fruit pops help satisfy their cravings and ease them into sleep. But what happens if you ignore this small ritual? You may fall into a common trap: late-night cravings, blood sugar instability, and waking up groggy or inflamed. Over time, this adds up. Poor sleep leads to elevated cortisol, worsened insulin resistance, and more fatigue. Now let's imagine a different picture. You sleep more soundly, wake up lighter, your joints ache less, your mind feels clearer, and all you did was end the day with a healing snack. This is the power of small, sweet steps. But healing doesn't only come from what's on your plate, it also comes from how you think about food. Up next, we'll explore how to shift your mindset around fruit from fear and restriction to trust, understanding, and even joy. Because when you heal your relationship with food, you begin to heal your relationship with your body. The emotional connection, healing your relationship with food in your body. By now, we've seen how something as simple as fruit, when eaten with care, can support blood sugar, digestion, sleep, and even joint comfort. But for many seniors, there's a deeper battle: the emotional weight of eating. You've probably heard this phrase: "You can't eat that. You're diabetic." It's repeated so often, it becomes internalized. Over time, food becomes a source of fear instead of healing. But science tells a different story. A 2021 study published in Appetite found that food-related guilt in older adults was linked to poorer blood sugar control, emotional stress, and reduced dietary satisfaction. In short, what you believe about food affects how your body responds to it. That's why it's important to rebuild a sense of trust with your food and your body. Instead of fearing sweetness, ask, how does this nourish me? Instead of labeling fruit bad, ask, how can I eat this in a way that supports me? Let's return to plums and melons. When eaten with intention, paired with protein, enjoyed slowly, and chosen at the right time of day, they become tools of healing, not triggers of harm. This isn't about indulgence. It's about gentle choices, repeated consistently, that restore balance. So if you've ever looked at a piece of fruit with guilt or hesitation, I want you to remember this. You deserve nourishment, not punishment. And every small decision to hydrate, to snack wisely, to sleep better is a message to your body that it is safe, supported, and worth caring for. In the next and final section, we'll tie everything together with a few practical fruit-based routines, morning, midday, and evening designed to fit your real life. Let's make healing simple, joyful, and something you can look forward to each day. To daily fruit rituals, simple routines for real healing. So far, we've learned the what, why, and when of using sweet fruits like melon and plum to support senior health. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's daily action that creates change. Now let's turn these insights into simple, sustainable routines. Morning 7 to 9. Start your day with hydration and stable energy. Try this: 1 to 2 cup cantaloupe, Thronarium, 1 TBSP Greek yogurt, a dash of cinnamon. This combination supports blood sugar, digestion, and hydration, especially important if you wake up stiff or groggy. Midday 12 to 2 p.m. Instead of reaching for cookies or sweet tea, try 1 small plum sliced, a handful of walnuts, herbal tea or water with lemon. This combo helps fight cravings, supplies antioxidants, and protects your brain and joints from inflammation. Evening 7-8 p.m. To avoid late-night sugar spikes or restless sleep, a few melon cubes, or a slice of plum with mint or cinnamon. Optional: 1 spoon cottage cheese for protein. This light snack supports melatonin production and prevents dehydration. 2 keys to quality sleep. A 2019 study in nutrients showed that consistent small dietary adjustments improve insulin sensitivity within just 14 days, especially when focused on fiber, hydration, and antioxidant intake. Even better, these fruit rituals don't feel like rules. They feel like care, gentle, doable, and healing. Let's also link this back. Section 1 cleared the fear of sweetness. Section 2 and 3 showed how melon and plum heal. Section 4 and 5 gave us the timing. Section 6 shifted our mindset toward food as nourishment. And now in Section 7, we build routines, not perfection, but consistency. Before we close, I want you to ask yourself one thing. Which small habit can I start tomorrow? Just one. Maybe it's prepping your melon tonight, or buying 2 fresh plums on your next grocery run. Healing starts there. Up next, we'll wrap it all up in a gentle conclusion, summarizing the key takeaways and reminding you why every sweet, mindful choice matters. Seniors, sweet fruit, steady life. Let's take a breath and look at the journey we've just walked together. You started this video with a question: can I really eat sweet fruit and still control my diabetes? And now, you know the answer isn't just yes, it's yes, with wisdom. You've learned that melon hydrates, plums reduce inflammation, and timing morning or evening makes all the difference. You've seen how food is more than fuel. It's a form of care, of healing. And perhaps most importantly, you've remembered that you still have choices, gentle, daily choices that matter. This wasn't about fear, it was about freedom, not about cutting things out, but about bringing the right things in. So here's your invitation. Start small, swap 1 snack, add 1 bowl of melon, try a plum with a little protein, and see how your body responds, not just with numbers, but with comfort, calm, and strength. You are not alone in this. If this message spoke to you today, leave a comment below with the word healing so others know they're walking this road too. And if you want more simple, gentle ways to care for your health, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We have more to share and more healing to walk through together. Until next time, stay kind to your body. And remember, sweetness doesn't have to be dangerous. It can be your path back to balance.